What is going on, YouTube? What is going on? Let me cancel out this background. What is going on, YouTube? What is going on? CBC, Coastal Boxing Club. How you guys are doing tonight? Oh man, what a night! What a night! What a night! How are my subscribers doing out there? Oh man. So I know you guys see the title, what's up here and everything like that, you know. Basically what's going on right now, you know, if anyone's seen that press conference with Earl Spence and Manny Pacquiao, boy oh boy, do I think that was very interesting. Just the fact that you know, both of the fighters is very humble. That I can tell you that much. But my main concern about that fight is what type of Earl Spence is going to show up that night. Nobody knows. We don't know if it's Errol Spence that fought Danny Garcia is going to show up. You know, nobody knows. And it's like, how can Pacquiao withstand a Errol Spence that fights like Pacquiao? How can you do that? Can Manny Pacquiao be able to make Errol Spence try to change his game plan if he comes in with the same game plan that he did with Danny Garcia? I'm gonna play a clip for you guys so you guys can see here. Little pieces here of the there we go.
Decided to choose Errol Spence, a guy who's two belts, undefeated champion in his prime.
First, I would like to explain my side about picking Errol Spence. There's a lot of opportunity to pick a not easy fight, but in much easier fight than compared to Errol Spence. But I decided to pick Errol Spence because I want to give a good fight to the fans. I want a real fight. I mean, I'm a fighter and boxing is my passion.
You know, Errol, I know that after Manny Pacquiao fought Keith Thurman, you tweeted out an emoji with fingers crossed. A lot of adversity you have faced to get here to this point today, but what's it like to be so close to realizing that dream?
I mean, it's great. It's a great opportunity, especially, coming from my accident and fight Danny Garcia, and then I get to fight with Manny Pacquiao, which a lot of guys is in the sweet states, and you had a lot of different guys saying that they were going to fight him next, and to get that call and to say and ask me, do I want to fight, a legend like Manny Pacquiao? I said, of course. Why not? I didn't give it.
Who wouldn't want to fight Manny Pacquiao? I will fight Manny Pacquiao. Keep it real with you.
What impresses you? You say you want the real fight, Manny. What impresses you most about Errol Spence?
Errol Spence is an aggressive fighter, and he's undefeated, young, and dedicated to his career. I mean, this is not an easy opponent, and he's a kind of fighter that you never underestimate. You cannot underestimate.
Do you think that he is a more challenging opponent than Keith Thurman?
It's hard to compare because
he's sitting right over there. We got to be careful.
Yeah.
Right?
Keith Thurman is our fight is
more competitive, more action. There's a lot of action in the ring. But this opponent is different also because he's a southpaw, and
Exactly. You
as
have
Asian
two
fighter,
southpaw
so
fighter,
it's different
and
to
Manny
Keith
Pacquiao
Thurman.
hasn't fought a
He's a
southpaw
fighter. Me.
fighter in 13
Um,
years,
I had
and Errol
it's
Spence
been a
hasn't fought one
long,
in 6
it's been
years.
a while. I didn't fight a southpaw.
13 years, I think, to be
13 years,
exact.
yeah.
13 years since you fought a southpaw. So
This is eToro, the leading social trading platform with over 13 million.
So that has to add some unique challenges to this training camp. Do you feel? I know you've gotten some southpaw sparring, even though you've only been here a week. What are you doing differently in this camp? And is there a little learning curve after being in there with those couple guys you've been with so far?
Yeah, definitely we have to change our strategy compared to the last previous fights that we prepared. We prepare. This time around is different because southpaw and it's different hip movement and strategy and combination.
Well, it's been 13 years for you. It's been 6 for you, if I'm not mistaken. So, what are you doing differently as you gear up 6 weeks out to prepare for southpaw?
Nothing really different. I mean, there's not a lot of left-handers in boxing, so we don't
Exactly.
really spar a lot of
He
left-handers.
can't find no
I
one
don't
who
have
fights
any
like Manny
jump, so
Pacquiao.
what we did, we just got a lot of guys from around the country that are left-handed and fight left-handed style. I can't find anybody to the T that fights, like Manny Pacquiao, of course. But you can find, some guys who has the kind of the tempo to mimic Manny Pacquiao, the pace of the fight and things like that. So that's what we found, and that's what we're working with.
Speaking of the tempo, I know Keith Thurman has said the thing that surprised him perhaps most was the speed of Manny Pacquiao. Do you anticipate that same level of speed, and what can you do to train for that?
I can definitely anticipate it. You can see in his fights, he's very explosive. He's very explosive and he's fast. So basically me and my coach we got a game plan we've been working on. Of course, we don't want to say it right here, but we just got a game plan and we've been working on it. And come October 21st, you'll see.
Floyd Mayweather has said that while he wishes you both well, he's picking Errol Spence. He says you're his people, and he's going to reach out to you and give you some pointers. Has he reached out to you yet?
Nah, he hasn't reached out to me yet.
Has he ever reached out to you or have you spoken to him at all in terms of preparation for a fight?
Of course, man. Like, yo, I can tell you the smoke is about to get real fast.
He try to mentor me sometimes, so he definitely reach out. If he says he's gonna reach out, he probably will.
He probably will. What pointers could he give him?
He about to get the smoke. Yeah. Man, he's gonna come in with the whoop, bang. Come on, man. It's gonna be a great fight. Everyone have to watch.
I believe that Heroes is better than Mayweather. And
I know you guys say that. Better than Mayweather? What?
I think he would teach Mayweather and how to fight toe to toe.
What do you think of that, Errol? That's quite a compliment from an opponent.
Yeah, it is a great compliment. But like I said before, Manny Pacquiao the kind of guy who, he'll roll you to sleep. He'll give you a lot of compliments and gratitude and things like that. And then as soon as the bell rings, he'll be jumping all over you. So, I take it.
I in terms of your accident, I know you came back. You wanted to prove that was just a bump in the road. You did that. Do you feel as though your chin has been tested since the accident?
Definitely tested in sparring, and I think it was tested in the Danny Garcia fight. So I still have a great chin.
Oh man. I feel like your chin hasn't really been tested, dogs.
That would be the plan early.
Keep it real.
To test his chin.
I don't want to be overconfident of that fight in this fight because, like I said, Errol Spence is his kind of opponent that you cannot understand. I mean, he's good, he's young, and his determination and passion to this sport is always there. His dedication and the way he trained, I saw it in training.
I know you say you don't want to be overconfident. Do you feel that you've ever been overconfident going into a fight?
I never be overconfident in every fight that I had, but I just want to make sure that what I'm talking is real and it's from the heart, not you know, for impressing anybody for my words.
We've seen that from you in the past, and I appreciate that and respect it.
Oh
In terms
man,
of your
the smoke
training,
is about
you-
to get
you
real for
arrived
real
here
for real.
1 week ago. You told me backstage. Obviously, a whirlwind flight to get here. And then
We
you
can
went
just
straight to
hopefully
training.
hope
You've
that
heard,
there's not an
Freddie Roach
upset
say,
and
you know,
this
the
fight
way you're
doesn't
training,
get
it's like you're
canceled due to
training
COVID
back
and stuff
for a
like
fight.
that.
He hasn't seen you do that. He's a little concerned, frankly. Perhaps you could overtrain because of that. Why the urgency? Why? Usually you take a day, from what I'm told.
Yeah,
Why the
and then that's
urgency?
another
Are you
thing, you
training
know.
back in the Philippines?
Pacquiao has 2 years
I
off
already
from training, and
started
that can
training
be a very
last
good thing
week,
for him.
May,
He's not young
before
anymore.
I get here. I continue my training, but it's a good thing for me that I have a off for 2 years and don't have boxings because I've been in boxing. How many years? I started boxing.
Couple.
I started boxing since I was 12 years old, and that until now. So it's good for me that I have a layoff for 2 years. So when I get back to training, I feel like hungry to focus on and dedicated to my training and make sure that I am 100% conditioned. That's my drive.
Is there
I've never felt so
So, yeah,
close to
so-
the possibility of disclosure.
Can you guys actually tell me in the in the comments below if Manny Pacquiao, what does Manny Pacquiao have to do in order to pull off that upset?
concern about overtraining? Are you the kind of guy who can dial yourself back in, or do you rely on Freddie to do that for you?
Well, I tell you this, but it's different than before. That what I did before because when you're young, when you push yourself in a day training, you can recover it that overnight. But when you like this age, you need your body a time to recover. You cannot push. Like when you push this day and tomorrow light train, not too heavy, and then the next day you can push again like that. But before when I was young,
Right.
every day pushing to the limit like that. So,
Yeah. So you're not concerned about overtraining?
No, I'm not concerned about that. I know how I handle myself and how I control
Discipline.
myself and manage my discipline. Most important.
Very good. Does that resonate with you, or given the age difference here, can you push, and are you?
Definitely, I can definitely push. And I just feel like, just because he's 42, I turned 43, that doesn't mean nothing because, he doesn't blow up in weight. Like, you don't get 20, 30 pounds out of weight, or, he's not doing outside things that, don't distract him. I feel like, he's a boxer 24/7, all year round. So I feel like, that helps him also with his age and things like that. So that's why I feel like he's basically gonna be. That's why he's been the same Manny Pacquiao for all these years and decades, because he's a guy to take care of his body, stay disciplined, like you said. So, and that's why I'm looking for. I'm looking forward to Manny Pacquiao that fought Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao before that. So that's why I'm gonna train, and I'm gonna train hard. And I don't really believe in overtraining because I feel like your body gonna go what you're adapted to. My body's adapted to training hard and just staying focused and being 100% mentally and physically.
Exactly. Right.
I feel like I can't overtrain.
You mentioned mentally. Who do you think has the mental edge in this fight?
I don't know. I guess we had to see the first round.
What do you think? Who do you think has the mental edge?
Ooh, I think
Hard to
Pacquiao has
say
a
right now, but it
more of a
depends.
mental
Like
edge
you said,
to
in
keep
the first round, we
to
be sure
if
that
you
we
actually
make sure
keep thinking about it.
Most definitely. You speak of the first round. In the first round, you were able to drop an undefeated Keith Thurman. Do you think that
Ooh,
you
that was
to
that was
have
a
kind of
pretty good
success
fight.
and get this guy to the canvas early?
I'm not predicting that, but
Man,
as I
not
said,
Manny Pacquiao's gonna come out there
I'm
and
doing my
put the
best
smoke
to focus on
on.
training.
He's gonna show us
Focus my mind and
a
my body, my
old
spirit.
Pacquiao,
Of course,
but a young
to win the
Pacquiao.
fight. That's all.
He may
Both
look,
of us has a goal like
you
that.
know, he's getting up there in age, but
You
you know,
know,
Pacquiao is gonna
speaking
come
with
out there
your
and
trainer,
put on a
Jack
show like he
James,
always
in
do.
his
He
against
always
previous
puts
fights,
on
you know,
a
you guys
great
would always try to
show.
look for tendencies, specifically he looks for tendencies. He had a hard time finding them against Mikey Garcia.
Right.
Have you noticed any tendencies? I have to imagine the challenge is just as difficult against a guy like Pacquiao.
Definitely. I mean, he has a lot of tendencies. Of course, you're gonna find some over his, you know,
That smirk.
over his career span. I mean, you're
Yes.
gonna find some tendencies, you know, things like that. But
So tell me,
you know, and all in all, he's just a guy that's gonna get out there and fight. You know, when it's time to buckle down. He's a
Tell
guy
me,
that's
do you
gonna
think
fight,
Errol
you know, and
Spence
then
might
go pro and a con.
get knocked
But,
out?
at the end of the day,
Is that
you know,
is that
he's gonna make
is that
it.
possible?
Great fight.
You know, Errol Spence obviously known for you know, the vicious body work, the jab. How do you intend to stop that and negate those things in this fight, Manny? How do you anticipate being able to negate his jab and protect yourself from that vicious body shot?
We have a
Mm-hmm.
couple strategy and techniques that we can apply in the fight. So, but I won't say that.
Sure. How would you rate Errol Spence in terms of all the opponents you faced? And you faced a number of incredible ones over the years. How would you rate him as an opponent? Is this the biggest challenge?
One of the biggest challenges in my
Yeah, I can
career.
say I definitely
cannot
say that. Yeah,
the biggest challenge
definitely
because I
a
have
great
been,
challenge.
Fighting at best fighter in the world like Keith Orman, De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto.
What is going on,
a
guys?
lot of those.
Please like, comment, and subscribe to
One
the
of
channel.
the best.
We might have Ching Ming on here this live soon.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, you have beaten more
He's having some
champions
technical
and former
difficulties on his
champions
end.
than Errol Spence has in combined fights in his career. Do you think there's anything he can show you that you haven't already seen before?
I've been in boxing more than 25 years in my professional career. I think, I've been boxing 30 years. So I think I already saw the different kinds of style and different kind of passion that I encountered in the ring. Um, this kind of fight is always consider this as one of the top fight.
Yeah,
Well, just a fun fact,
exactly.
when you fought your first pro fight, you were just 4 years old. And when you won your first world title, he was 8. So certainly the experience advantage in terms of years. Do you think at 42 years old, he has the power to knock you out or finish you?
No, I don't see myself. Ever
That's the
knocked
thing.
out.
He's Pacquiao.
I don't see-
You guys,
But,
you gotta
you know,
always put
we're
that
definitely gonna be cautious
in that
my
thought.
people that he does have
I
power.
could get knocked out.
I mean, he did knock down Keith
He's
Thurman.
a GOAT,
You know, he did
one of the
with a
greatest,
body shot.
and he still has
So,
power.
we're gonna keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, it's not to think about getting knocked out or can he knock me out. I don't think any fighter can knock me out.
Do you think that at this point, 6 weeks out, and with the southpaw sparring, that you could finish him?
I definitely have the ability to finish him. So, well, for me, it's to fight, it's to stay focused when you fight. I feel like when you go out there and you rush it and you try to go for the knockout, I feel like from my experience, even in the amateurs, you look sloppy or something goes wrong and you look like you're trying too hard. So for me, it's to just go at my fight, go at my
Right.
pace, and if the knockout comes, go for it. But if it don't, go for the victory.
Right. Well, I know there's certainly a lot of intrigue, and we can continue this conversation, and we will continue this conversation again soon. But I want to leave this opportunity for both of you to do some closing remarks. So I'll start with you, Errol. Closing thoughts here.
My closing thought is it's gonna be a great fight, entertaining fight. Manny Pacquiao is gonna bring it like he always do. Show a lot of heart and dedication, and it's gonna be an entertaining fight for the fans. And I'm definitely gonna come with the victory, whether it's a stoppage or a win.
Very well, Mr. Manny Pacquiao.
Yes, I would like to invite all the fans to watch this fight. This one-of-a-kind fight and prestigious fight. It's going to be a good fight, more action in the ring, as we expected. And thank you for all your support. I'm so thankful to God for 20 years fighting in here in the States. Until now, I'm still fighting to one of the best fighters in the world. So I'm so thankful to God and thankful to all the fans and media who are always supporting us here in boxing. Not only me, but to all the boxing industry. Thank you so much for all your support and salamat sa lahat ng mga Pilipino na lagi nakasuporta sa akin. And please watch this fight against Errol Spence is coming August 21. Giving a bella gran pelea entre Manny Pacquiao y Errol Spence. Just gracias.
All right. Well,
Thank you so much for watching this video. And make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here.
That was the little clip of the press conference that happened this week, and I think, to be honest, I don't know what to think. This whole shit has just been having my head twisted. It just had my head completely fucking twisted between Fury getting COVID, between Teofimo and Gamboa not being able to. The fight might not even happen because George Gamboa's. I heard that Thriller is trying to have the fight in Australia, and George Gamboa does not want to have that. I mean, not George Gamboa, sorry. Teofimo does not want to have that fight happening in Australia. And the whole thing with that is like, Thriller has a big loss on that fight because of Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez promised Thriller, I'm a great fighter. I'm gonna sell so many millions, such. But when it came down to it, when he came to try the show, now it's like he got COVID. They had to all the advertisements and all of the money they spent into that. They're not getting that money back. So now the only way for them to get that money back is the fight was to happen in Australia. So that's what's trying to happen. And if the fight happened in Australia, I'm hearing that Teofimo Lopez wants to get rid of his belt, and end up fighting the next number one, the number 2 ranking contender. So I don't know, guys. You guys tell me what you guys think about that in the comments. And if you're watching, please subscribe to our channel. Please, please, please. We would really much appreciate that. On other note, Tyson Fury testing positive for COVID-19. And I don't know how it's hard, like they're saying, Tyson Fury was vaccinated and stuff like that. And multiple people in his camp got in COVID, quote. So it's like, what is going on right now? We got this George Teofimo Lopez and George Gampos's fight, and now we have Devontae Wilder and Tyson Fury. The trilogy postponed it, and it's like, is something fishy going on here? Is there something fishy going on? Like, it does not make sense. So let's see.
Boxing, Tyson. With the job, I think that was more.
So yeah, so is Tyson Fury really sick, or like what is going on? You know, okay, a lot of people are seeing Fury out walking around maskless and stuff like that, and it's like, what is going on? I wonder, like, would this fight even happen at all? I don't even think this fight is going to happen at all, to keep it real. And let me put some this content up here for you guys can see. Go.
This strange routine eliminates heart.
Yeah, she really is. Yeah, about
And you see here, Pacquiao, going for his run when he was. I'm not sure if this is when he was in the Philippines, but he's over here running, getting ready for that fight was coming up.
Run down? All right, you want to go?
Ow, showing out.
Nice. Let him breathe. Back up. Cool.
Down here?
So yeah. Okay. So here we go with George Gambosis. Was going off on Teofimo Lopez.
This is eToro, the leading social trading platform with over 30.
All right, here we are, FightHype.com with an exclusive George Kambosos Jr. all the way from Florida in the US, mate. How are we?
Well, we're doing good, man. Obviously it's been a crazy, week and a bit, but we remain focused. The hunger is the sky high. It's even more hungry than what I was before the fight because of everything that's happened. So, you remain focused and you keep that tunnel vision no matter what.
Mate, tomorrow it was 2 weeks to the day when you found out that your opponent tested positive for COVID. I want to ask a couple of questions because you haven't really done a lot of media and a lot of other stuff. And thank you, obviously, today for giving this to us. What was your first thoughts?
Look, first, obviously, I try to stay clear of the media for about a week and a bit because, I never want to run on emotion. I'd rather just overthink everything and make sure that everything that I say is properly, not from emotion. Because at that time, man, when I first heard it, it was pretty, it was incredible. I was like, this can't be happening. This is bullshit. We had just arrived. We had arrived to the Conrad, the beautiful hotel, White Hotel. We've seen all the beautiful, how the event was going to be done, the posters, the media was rocking up, the undercover's rocking up. I was on the headline. It was incredible. And I got into my suite and was just soaking up the moment. All of a sudden, I get a message from my great manager, Peter Khan. He goes, "Can you come to my room, please, quickly?" I said, all right. So me and my father went up and all of a sudden I could just see on his face, man, there was something up. I go, "What's wrong, Peter? What's going on?" He goes, "Just sit down." "What's up, man?" He goes, "Lopez has tested positive for COVID." So, the rest after that is pretty much a blur, man. A lot of swear words, a lot of, frustration. To happen 4 days after the fight is a real, it's a tough pill to swallow, but, I was ready to fly, get on that jet, man, fly to Vegas and go find him right then and there. That's how much, how much this meant to me. I go, "Get me on a private jet right now. I'm coming looking for him. This is bullshit." But, it is what it is. He got it. There's a lot of theories, there's a lot of people talking out of their ass, but he did get it. Now, him getting it is a very immature. The responsibilities as an elite athlete. That's what frustrates me. But I'm remaining focused. I'm staying focused, and at the end of the day, I'm mandatory. The contracts are signed, and he's going to see me no matter what. I'm going to see him.
George, did you sort of, after you had that first, couple of days with yourself, Jim, and obviously Peter, and even to assistant coach Mick Akaway, you sort of come down. How did it feel on that Saturday mentally and also physically the Saturday when you got to the fight, when there wasn't a fight. How was George Kambosos mentally that day?
Look, on purpose, I went and done a test, a COVID test, just to prove to the world. Obviously, I did post it that, hey, I'm here. I'm at the fight hotel. I'm ready to fight today. And obviously, everyone saw my negative results. So there was nothing on my behalf that I affected this fight. I was there ready to fight. I had put 110% in, and it happened. It is what it is. At the end of the day, we life goes on. It is what it is, and we stay focused. My tunnel vision, like I said, is incredible. And on that Saturday, I put in a hell of a session. I trained. Literally, when I found out that the fight was off and he had tested positive, I trained that night and continued training, continued my work, and that's the kind of athlete I am. That's the kind of fighter I am.
George, you will stay on, obviously, for the potential date, which is obviously August the 4th. The reset button, fighters sometimes taper. Is it just going to be full steam for you now? Just keep going through, because you've been through this before with Selby. Selby's date got put back, even though you're in Australia. Where you are now is like you're home anyway. It'll be full steam ahead right now through to August.
Look, anyone that knows me and sees the way I train full steam ahead every session. Yeah. It doesn't matter if I'm 10 weeks out from a fight or a couple of days out from a fight. I'm full steam ahead. Now, my coach has got to try to pull me back because I love this. This is my love. I grind hard, and that's the way I am. So, look, we're just remaining focused. We're putting in the work. We're perfecting my craft. I'm getting better and better every day. I'm getting better and better. And the thing with him, he's got COVID. He's an asthmatic as well. So he ain't going to get no better. More than he's going to get worse. So he's in a worse situation. I'm in a great situation, and no matter what, it doesn't matter if the fight takes 3 months, 4 months, takes a year. I'll be ready, and at the end of the day, no one remembers how long the fight took. They remember who became the undisputed champion.
George, teach me. I was in America, obviously, last year. Came back from Florida, did my house quarantine. Tell me about Teofimo Lopez and Senior, because I see him. We'll get to Lopez Senior in a second, but I see him yesterday, and it's only just been 2 weeks. If he was with his son, do they have to quarantine, or what are the rules? Like, I don't know. I don't get that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that Teofimo didn't have COVID. It's been proven he did. He's been very quiet. We know he's been. No one can find him. Like, where is he? But the old man's out. The father, Senior Lopez, he's out and about. Didn't he have to quarantine as well, or what happened there?
Man, the father is an absolute clown. The guy he's Bonzo the Clown. That's who he is. He was at the bar at the fight hotel. They arrived early. They were all there. And he was at the bar every single night, drinking at the bar at the fight hotel. Just enjoying their time like they had won the fight. They had their victory like they were happy. And his son just cost Triller millions of dollars. His son just stuffed up a huge event. And you got the, to show your face around. That's the kind of person he is. He's out there. He's talking, so much rubbish. His mouth, is trying to cash checks, but his son's not going to be able to cash them, because he's trying to make fights happen. Obviously, we all saw yesterday about Lomachenko, but at the end of the day, you can fight Lomachenko. No problem. I'm looking forward to seeing the rematch. But guess what? Ain't going to be with no belts. No belts going to be on the line. So let's see how much of a good fight that is. There's nothing on the line because I've taken everything. Look,
exactly. But
you see how he reacts. You see the guy he is on interviews. The guy's probably 30 drinks deep every time he does an interview, and he's a clown. That's it. He's a big clown, and to be honest, I don't feel bad for Lopez, but it's pretty sad that he's got that guy representing him. How can you have a guy like that representing him, going to fights, talking so much smack, creating other fights, when your son is supposedly dying from COVID?
Yeah.
So it's a sad affair, and at the end of the day, that's their problem. At the end of the day, I know that I'm going to whip this ball when I get him.
George, that 4 or 5 days out when he did get the COVID results, where was Teofimo and his old man? Were they still in Vegas, or they'd actually got to Florida?
Lopez was in Vegas. He was in Vegas with his wife, and Senior, was at the Fight Hotel.
Okay, so he probably doesn't need to go. To answer my question, he didn't go. We've had a lot of questions from the Luda Boy.
You don't know, because at the end of the day, they say that they have such a tight relationship and they're together all the time, and it's his head trainer. You'd think when Junior got the COVID, Senior would have it as well, but he's been out and about. Like I said, he was at the bar 24/7 every single night until he flew back home. And look, if I was him, I would have flown back home straight away. I wouldn't want to show my face, after his son just cost, a huge fight. But look, that's their problem, man. I don't really care about these guys. I focus on myself.
Lopez said you're getting back to quite vocal. A lot of talk yesterday, and I was actually a little bit disappointed in Lomachenko too, because I thought Lomachenko, this is just from a reporter, journalist point of view, is you have had your chance with Lopez. You were disappointing for 7 rounds and then decided to bring it. Talk about Lopez, Lomachenko too, and Georges Kambosos' thoughts on the respect factor of that.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't care. I've been disrespected this whole preparation, this whole, he's been talking about all these different guys, and what's one more guy that he's going to talk about? Big deal. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm looking forward to the rematch. Let him have the rematch. But there is going to be no belts on the line. I'm taking all them belts off him. I tell you, this is, he's got to pay for this. I'm going to make him pay for all the stuffing around. You got to remember that I flew my pregnant wife over. I had some people come over as well from my team to be there. I sacrificed 13 weeks away from my family, from my kids, for one irresponsible kid to go and get COVID. Why did I not get COVID? Why was my team so smart? Why? Because we made sure we followed the protocols. We made sure that in every training session, every media interview we had to do, everything was perfect. And that's why we came in as a team, all negative.
Bob Arum yesterday as well. 4 months ago, Lopez and Bob Arum, there was a little bit of tip there, even to the point where his own promotional company had been quite vocal about him and his father's movements. Then yesterday, you see him like another thing. What was your thoughts? I know you've been vocal about Bob before. What was your thoughts on Bob Arum's sort of media stuff that he was sort of getting pumped up about him as well?
Well, Bob's 89, 90 years of age. He can't remember what he done yesterday, so it doesn't really matter to me. At the end of the day, it's all up front. That's all it is. It's all up front, and Bob does not care about Lopez or Lomachenko. Bob cares about making money. So he's just thinking about the dollar signs, but he's forgetting what's in the way. He's forgetting his Spartan warrior who's going to derail everything. So you know what? Let them have their fight. Like I've been saying, they can have their fight once I'm done with Lopez. But let's see how big it is, because I'll tell you, there'll be no belts on the line, and no one's going to give a damn. And then watch, Lomachenko's going to come running. Bob Arum's going to come running. You watch them all come running. But you know what? I would like to give Lomachenko a shot. And before yesterday, I was pretty adamant that when I win these belts, I'll probably give Lomachenko a shot in Australia. But after seeing the disrespect, and he wants that rematch so bad, well then go have that rematch first.
Has it become more personal now too, George, with obviously the family situation? You've had people come over, return. He's derailed the whole plan of the fight being on June the 19th. Now, is it really now going to make you pay for all this?
Look, it's never personal for me. It's always business. At the end of the day, when you make it personal, you start to lose focus on what you're trying to achieve and what you have to do as a fighter. But there is a lot more, a lot more hunger. I'm a cage lion right now. I just, for everything that's happened, for all the bullshit, I really want to take this kid out, man. I can't wait. And let's see. I want him at 110%. I don't want no excuses after the fight. So if that means the fight has to get pushed back to whenever it has to get pushed back, so be it. I don't care about all these rematches and bullshit they've been talking about. I'm the mandatory. I earn my shot. We're going to get it on.
The other big fight that happened, obviously, coming back now, I think it was close to 4 or 5 weeks ago, Devin Haney versus Linares. Was a good fight for 6 or 7 rounds, and Haney sort of slipped into sort of a different sort of a world that we had seen him in before. Some people questioned the power, and then obviously, he got the victory in there. What were your thoughts on Devin Haney versus Linares?
Yeah, it was a good win from Devin Haney. I'm not gonna knock him. Good win, box smart, use his skills. Not the biggest puncher in the division. You can see it. He lands flush shots, and the guys are still there. But then again, he showed that if he gets hit with a good shot on the chin, he can be hurt. And it showed Linares the old bull that he is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take nothing. I'm not a hater, man. I'll never take nothing away from a good win, a good performance. And like I said, he's got a version of the WBC title, and
definitely.
He's a possible guy that I like to fight straight after I win all the belts. There's been a lot of different guys, but if people are going to disrespect me, then when I have all the belts, I'll go to the guy that makes sense.
Because his name's come up, we talk about now, obviously Bob and the team at Top Rank are running around Vegas now talking about this Lomachenko 2 fight, which I think is absolutely disrespectful and just silly. But that's boxing. This is boxing.
What?
And two, Haney's name's come up.
Seriously now, come on now.
The Lopez thing as well, and once again,
number 2.
Lopez has got a fight with George Gambones. I don't know what they keep saying. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, all the attention's pretty much now gone on to Lopez and Lomachenko. So it's pretty disrespectful to the whole division. Disrespectful to myself because obviously I'm fighting Lopez. Disrespectful to Haney because he's got a version of the title, but they're trying to shut him out. Disrespectful to Ryan Garcia. Disrespectful to Gervonta Davis. So it's like they're trying to keep it all in house on that side. Well,
true that.
It ain't gonna be like that. I'm gonna take all them belts, and then you know what? I'll do what I want to do. I'll make the biggest fight possible.
True that. Respect. So there's another video that we're gonna show you on here of some of these people prediction on the Manny Pacquiao fight. And you guys, please leave your comments below of your prediction for the Manny Pacquiao Errol Spence fight. A lot of these people, have their opinions about the fight and stuff like that.
A phone play
Leave
by
your
Google.
opinions
It's easy
down
to switch to Five
below.
from the comfort of your home.
What's your prediction for the fight? Prediction? Yeah, motherfucker. We don't care. We be happy. Okay, now potential upcoming fight: Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao.
Ooh, you know what? I was in camp with Manny. We did 3 weeks together. He hired me as a sparring partner, so Manny's got the speed. But I think Errol's on the rise right now, and at the moment he's unstoppable. I say Errol got it.
You said Errol, he's unstoppable right now. Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao.
Errol Spence.
Why?
Because I like Errol Spence. I picked him against Porter, and it was a great fight, but I've always been a big fan of Errol Spence. So that's why.
All right. Big fan of Errol Spence.
It's a good fight. I think I got my money on Earl. He's too young, too fresh. But Pacquiao is still a legend, so I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled it up. But I got my money on Earl.
Money on Earl. Where your money at? You do live in Texas. You graduated from Texas and all that.
You know what? It's not about where I was born and raised. It's about my investment in that weight class for Sean Porter and how I view it. Based on Manny's last fight with Keith Thurman, age is not anything but a number because Manny looked like he was in his upper 20s again, fighting the way he fought. So I think with Errol's going to run into a lot of movement from a guy who has a lot of experience, which Errol is still learning. So I'm going to actually go with Manny on that because I feel like his movement can give Errol trouble. Errol is a good boxer. His feet aren't necessarily the best. So dealing with a guy with a lot of movement could cause him problems. So I'm going to go with Manny. It doesn't mean that Errol's not a great fighter, but of course he is. But I'm going to go with Manny on that one.
I think Manny is not as physical as Sean Porter though, so I don't think it's going to be same type of fight that he gave Earl. Yeah.
Give us an update on you, Badu. First day back in the gym, I believe. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Obviously, we barely even see you guys.
Not the first.
55 pounds.
Yeah.
Coach Wade's not doing your job. What happened?
I'm going to heavyweight. Nah, we good. My weight is good. I'm waiting for Floyd and them to announce the next fight.
The cuts all, no issues there.
No issue. It's been good since March.
So we've been people floating around Pascal for you. Anything you confirm or deny? Or
I have no idea.
It sounds like he has an idea, but he's just not sharing with us. But that's all right.
Just go ask Floyd. I don't know. I'm ready for anyone.
Ready for him?
I'm ready for him. I'm knocking the fuck out.
That on camera. Whip his ass.
You ready?
Whip his ass.
You ready?
Behind Gerald.
Okay.
All right.
Whoa. You know what? I love Earl Spence like everyone else. I think he's definitely one of the top 2 welterweights in the world because I'm torn between him and Terrence Crawford. However, if you put up Manny Pacquiao's performance versus Keith Thurman against Earl Spence's performance against Sean Porter, that fight looks way closer than what I originally would think. Originally, I thought Spence relatively medium, easy work. Now I'm thinking that's a pick'em fight because Pacquiao's split speed, his explosive punching power, and if he can maintain the stamina and endurance like he did against Keith Thurman, Pacquiao has a really great chance of winning that fight. I can't say that Pacquiao will win, but I can't say that Earl Spence will win either. So I'm calling it a 50-50 pick'em fight. If someone had a gun to my head, I would lean toward the youth and the experience Earl has gained in his last few fights. But Manny Pacquiao, it's hard to bet against him.
You know about this gun on his head. Manny Pacquiao, Earl Spence.
I think Pacquiao should hang it up. I'm sorry to say that, but
what?
Spence is young and hungry, and Spence
the
was
fuck
tested
outta
in
here.
his last
You
fight with
crazy,
Sean Porter. Sean Porter really
thinking
tested him,
about
and
this guy.
I think
Oh,
Pacquiao
my God.
will be too much for him at this level. Yeah.
All right, on with Spence. Manny Pacquiao, Earl Spence.
Oh man, I like Manny Pacquiao. I've been a Pacquiao fan for a long time, but I'm gonna have to go with Errol Spence this time because of his youth and he's just a lot younger. He's a lot sharper than Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao's on his way out
Spence is
already.
picking Spence because of the youth.
He's had his time, and I think Errol Spence will take this one. No, I love Pacquiao. He's a great fighter and all that, but Errol Spence, now it's Errol Spence's time now.
Earl Spence time. All right, thanks, Tim.
Eat that shit, man.
I don't know about all that.
I think Earl
I
beat
don't
him.
know.
Only
I
reason
don't
because Pacquiao done, bro. He over there. He tight. He need to let it go.
They got all these
Hand over to a young guy that won't take
talking
charge.
about
What more?
he's done.
What better person than Earl Spence? He's the only one willing to fight everyone at 47. Fight him. Let him dethrone you. Go from there. Have a nice day.
What for Spence? You're in for something. Well, I'm gonna tell. Only thing, let me tell people this. Give me a ride to the gym. We be playing fucked up music. Oh my God.
We're gonna cut that out too. Don't put that on there. Don't put that on there.
Okay. All right. Potential future upcoming fight. Earl Spence, Manny Pacquiao.
I gotta give it to Arrow.
Why?
Arrow style, he's too persistent. He's too consistent. He doesn't like the last fight he had with Sean Porter. Doesn't matter like how aggressive you are. He still take his time, pick his shots. I think I'll give it to Arrow. He's a little more technical. I'll give it to Arrow.
What for Earl, man?
Not to be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. So a lot of people's picking Errol Spence to win this fight. What do you guys think?
He was like,
Do you think
I know about the first one.
he can pull off that upset?
I admit it to realize.
And then again, it won't really be an upset in a way because a lot of people will be like, oh, Manny Pacquiao was already too old, or
in American history. It's mind-boggling.
you know, this is just gonna always be something if he doesn't, you know, if what is it's basically a if you do or if you don't situation, you know. Having some technical difficulties here. And like even you know,
welcome back.
Like this video, you know, it's a little closer look of Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence.
I'm waiting for you to slow down. It's not happening. What's going on?
Boxing is my passion. I love to continue my journey.
The nation's favorite boxing son continues to halt the hands of time by keeping his tools razor sharp, mixing with the elite. And they don't come any more elite than a unified world champion intent on adding the name of a legend to his sparkling resume.
I'm Errol Spence Jr. I'm the truth.
On August 21, a fearless Filipino firebrand and a Texas tornado will collide. Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao versus Errol the Truth Spence. Welcome to a Motivedia presentation. In recent years, Manny Pacquiao has epitomized the legendary fighter who constantly chases greatness. For every roadblock set before him, every young lion expected to scalp the future Hall of Famer, Manny consistently finds a way to prevail.
What happened when he dropped in the second round? You got to describe what happened there. You know what? His speed surprised me in the beginning.
Looks like Vargas is trying that. Is that one? He'll block the jab with his right hand, and he'll come with his straight left down the pipe.
In July 2019, unbeaten world champion Keith Thurman was supposed to use Pacquiao's name to elevate his own status.
I'm a boxer full-time. He's got 2 jobs, you know. I mean, it just sounds like he's ready for retirement, you know. I just believe the hourglass is almost finished. He doesn't have much left.
However, as one time hit the deck in the first, we quickly realized that the ageless southpaw had another trick up his sleeve.
Manny Pacquiao coming through.
Boxing's pride of the Philippines.
He was fast, he was strong. The short steps, everything that Manny Pacquiao always has been, you know, he has a lot of it still left in him.
An 8-division world champion, the Pacquiao name is forever linked with Marquez, Mayweather, De La Hoya, Cotto, and all the stars of a generation. Since losing to Floyd, aside from a controversial defeat to Jeff Horn, Pacquiao's run is as impressive as any of his younger counterparts.
Yes, it is.
Victory over Errol Spence Jr. would place him alongside the greatest boxers our sport has ever produced. At such an advanced stage of his career, Manny deserves
where do a lot of you
credit
guys
for
put Manny Pacquiao on this list? Like, do you put Manny Pacquiao before Mayweather or after Mayweather? You guys tell me.
Like I said, I'm Errol Spence Jr.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, 100.
Jr. I'm the truth.
Errol Spence sits as the welterweight division's latest and greatest.
Good left hand by Spence. 18 punches landed from Spence to this point.
Spence just keeps coming. I get mine out the mud. Straight hard work and dedication. I'm just saying I'm ready to go.
A unified WBC and IBF champion, one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the sport. From the gym whispers of his sparring exploits,
He just walked through everybody. He was systematically breaking down his opponents. It was a sight to watch.
To the praise received from Floyd Mayweather.
I told you the guy was pushing me. He was giving me that good work. I said, no, this is what I need. This kind of work I need.
What happened when you sparred with Floyd? He blackened his eye. True? I didn't see his eye black, but that's how the story goes. And that's what people say in the gym.
This hard-punching southpaw technician has enjoyed a ruthless rise to the summit.
You know, I think Errol Spence is probably the best pro-ready style prospect out of this bunch. I like the way he's aggressive. He sits on his punches, gives you angles.
This is not an
Defeating Kell Brook for the world title introduced Errol to life at the top.
I'm knocking you out. Promise.
Hey, watch what happens when I get my hands on you, bro.
I know what a chocolate. What is a chocolate brownie? What is it?
Watch what happens. I know you're hungry, but I've got plenty of chocolate brownies ready for you.
Let's get this party started. With every single fight, but now he's under pressure. Now he's in with a trained on those lines and circles in the Wickerman gym, but Spence shoots back with a right volley here. These are worrying moments for Kell Brook and his team. Oh, big shots of Errol Spence Jr. This in the last few minutes. Oh, Kell Brook's hurt here, and he's down in the 10th round.
One-sided beatings of Lamont Peterson and Mikey Garcia cemented his position while increasing momentum.
And there he drops! Lamont Peterson in round 5 with a left hook. Spence continues to call the attack and lets another left hand and another left.
How do you beat this guy?
I just see that I'm a little bit better in everything. That I believe I'm a better fighter than you are.
And if Mikey can't land and hurt Errol, he's really in big trouble. Look at the total number of punches lands at only 45 by Garcia. And here in round 8. And still, the IBF welterweight champion of the world.
A unification win over Sean Porter displayed the toughness, the talent, and the tenacity.
Oh, he's been talking a lot. His dad been talking a lot. And I want to knock him out. After Saturday night, they don't call me the showstopper. I promise you that.
Look, listen, he ain't ready. Hey, you scared me.
In October 2019, the Texan suffered a high-speed road accident and was lucky to survive. 14 months later, as the boxing world nervously debated on what was about to unfold, he confounded the critics.
Listen, man, I could just look at the man. He's not all there. I could study people, man. I could read your soul, man.
Sweeping aside Danny Garcia over 12 rounds, the welterweight king was back. looking as good as ever. Any questions about his health and longevity resoundingly answered. It's a matchup of two southpaws, yet none of Spence's recent opponents possess the hand and foot speed that Pacquiao brings to the ring. This opens the door to negating Spence's 5-inch reach advantage and chopping away at the taller man's lean frame. Spence showed against Mikey Garcia that he has the patience and poise to deal with a smaller yet dangerous opponent. Guided by expert trainer Derek James, Spence can carry out the job Keith Thurman was expected to do. 2 inches taller than Thurman and with a longer reach, he is better than the Florida man at setting a pace, boxing at range, and keeping out of harm's way. While Errol enters as the fight favorite, with the impetus of youth and stylistic tools in his arsenal, this remains a win-win scenario for Pacquiao. The older man by 11 years, Manny has competed in almost 500 professional rounds. Already well in the latter stages of his career, the valiant veteran once again embodies the spirit of high-level pugilism by refusing to accept anything less than the best. Spence is a calculated destroyer with a solid jab, excellent fundamentals, and spiteful body assaults.
Wind him up, and here he comes. Oh, the body shot. Look at that body up again. Here he comes downstairs.
But Pacquiao will see green shoots of hope. Sean Porter fought Spence to a split. Kell Brook used his accuracy and timing to claim success in the early part of their fight. Danny Garcia found an opening for his shots. Despite being undersized, Mikey Garcia found a way to survive. Pacquiao impressed the judges in short bursts of high-quality activity against Adrian Broner.
I beat him!
Across a 26-year career, there is no style of fighter or class of champion that he has not encountered before.
Pacquiao floors him a third time.
Keith Thurman was a younger, stronger, fully blown welterweight and expected to dominate and bully Pacquiao, but that never happened. Manny was competitive and, at times, explosive. When Manny entered the ring against Thurman, there was a genuine concern for his well-being. Fast forward 2 years, and those fears will be expressed once again. Errol Spence's quest is simple: to define himself as the best of his generation. Victory will see the torch pass from one era to the next, adding further credibility to Spence's claim that he is indeed the truth. Errol's recent form and run of wins has pushed him to the top of the tree, creating distance from the chasing pack, piling the pressure on rivals like Terence Crawford to match his exploits. In true Manny Pacquiao style, despite coming off an extended layoff, he goes straight for the top dog at 147. The man who has never ducked a challenge once again targets one of the sport's brightest stars. Filled with an insatiable drive and hunger to continually impress and push the boundaries, representing that irresistible desire so loved by boxing fans to take on and beat the toughest available opposition. The Filipino senator still has unfinished business to attend to. Aged 42, with 71 bouts and an already stellar body of work behind him, Pacquiao now prepares to pull off one of the biggest wins in boxing history. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies, and see another Motivedia presentation.
There you have it. YouTube, CBC, Coastal Boxing Club. Until next time, we will be here live again tomorrow. Until next time, please like, comment, subscribe, share it to your family, share it to your auntie, share it to your uncle, share it to whoever you think might want to watch this or be on the show. We can talk. We can wrap it up. We can boogie all night long. Until next time, CBC Coastal Boxing Club.